Hello. Oh, there we go. My webcam was really dark. Hi, I'm here. I'm Lucinda. I'm on YouTube, so I don't have any of the banners or any of that. I did put up a thumbnail via StreamYard. I need to set my timer because of my back. But with doing, boy, I can see the lag. It's weird. With doing 3 sales a week, I'm at my limit of free StreamYard. And, I'm just not so clear that I want to pay a streaming service $60 a month. So we'll see. Maybe. Maybe if everything keeps going well, then I will. But at this point, no. And hopefully, I know all kinds of my reseller friends who only use YouTube. If you're not inviting a bunch of other people, it's a perfectly acceptable platform. So, you know, hopefully everyone finds me. I should have done a post, um, community post. I did say in my description of the sale, please share me out just in case StreamYard, me putting up a thumbnail on StreamYard and then me coming live here is confusing people. And if it is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, I think a lot of people just use YouTube. I don't know why I even started using StreamYard. So whatever. So I'm Lucinda. I'm late because a neighbor popped over from several parcels away because I had not been replying to her for over a week in her texts based on my back pain and just being so busy, not only with this, but household stuff. And she was worried about me. So I had to, excuse me, I had to spend she's 80 and, she's getting ready to leave the area. And I check in on her all the time. And, I needed to spend that 10 minutes, 15 minutes reassuring her that I was okay and making sure she was okay. But I'm here. Okay. I'm Lucinda and I don't ever use YouTube. So I don't even know that I could put a banner up here or do any of that. Um, can I? Yeah. I like because I never use it. I have no idea. So it says I can share the stream. How do I share? No, that's weird. I don't want to do any of that. Okay. So I'm sure that it'll be okay. And I'm going to carry on. And I will put in now. And then if anyone new comes in and purchases from me, I know it's in all caps. And they need my email address, I will put it in. Okay. So again, in last time, promise. I'm Lucinda. I am in Northern California. So that's where I ship from. I'm changing my light. There you go. I do 2-week build boxes to save me time on invoicing and save you money and being able to put everything into one big or one small box, depending on what you're buying. On Tuesdays, I do Tabletop Tuesdays. And that's kind of like you're at a flea market virtually, and I turn the computer and we look at what's on the table. And I'm basically clearing out household. So, and I put my clearance jewelry there. So, people have seemed to really like that, and that's great. I'm having a good time with that. And then Thursdays and Fridays, I do vintage and sometimes antique costume jewelry and some semi-precious costume jewelry. I have brought some of that today. And usually it's vintage, it's not modern. I always have a smorgasbord of stuff. I'm going to be on for about 2 hours today. And this is the last day of week 2, which means that I will be invoicing out Saturday to Monday, Tuesday. I invoice through PayPal and I ship using Pirate Ship. Okay. If you've never bought from me before, there's my email. And if you buy something today, you would email me by tonight with your YouTube name, then your real name and address with the zip code all on one line, please, so it's easy for me to copy and paste. And below that, your PayPal email, because it's usually different. Easy peasy. If you ever need something right away, and because it can take me up to a week to get stuff out, tell me that in the email. If you ever come in and you don't want to do a 2-week Build-A-Box, tell me that in the email. Someone just did yesterday, or tell me in person. That works too. However it works out. I have some buy it nows, mostly a start. Be kind, it doesn't cost a dime. And this is a sale where I kind of bring the higher end, or what I feel is what I love more and what's trending more and just what I find unique and really cool. And, like I love plastics. Whoops, this one. Oh, yeah, that's right. This YouTube's backwards. I love plastics, but I also wear, silvers, golds, coppers. It's backwards. That's going to freak me out all day long. So, and this is like a tribal. I don't know how vintage or modern it is. I think it's actually fairly vintage. This is old amber from the 80s before it became really had a resurgence again. This was in the very beginning. So I'm eclectic and I bring eclectic. So I hope you're good with that. And I think that's it, except so I'm supposed to be on tomorrow morning at 10 with Maria, the California thrifter. It's my understanding. 10 a.m. Pacific, so that's 1 p.m. Eastern. You would have to go to her channel. I do not have that link, and I have not received a thumbnail. So I haven't been able to put any of that up for y'all. Now, caveat is, and I'm going to email Maria after this sale, that if after doing an entire week's worth of stuff and 3 days of sales, if my back is really horrendous tomorrow, I won't be able to go on. But I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping I get up, throw on a decent looking top over my pajama bottoms, and sit down with my coffee and just do it maybe without a recap. But so Maria, the California thrifter. Okay, I see that there's a few people here lurking. So, and I have a few pieces that I know are sterling silver and are antique. And I have a piece or two that, I'm going to do a scratch test as we go along. And so we're just going to get going. And if anyone wants to pop in and say hi, please do. I had a lot of moderating help yesterday because yesterday was busy. I really appreciated that. I don't know what y'all want to start with, but I'm just going to start with this. And I can't. I wonder if I can even put the banner. I totally forgot how to use YouTube. It's been so long. And I really don't know. I totally forgot. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Can I not put this pin message? No, that's not right either. Nope, unpin it. You guys, I'm so sorry. Okay. How do oh, I wish I had people here. I know I've done this on YouTube and you could put it on the screen, but I can't. So you're going to have to bear with me. The price is antique silver bracelet starts at $68. I can't. Oh, YouTube. Why do you do me like this? I know there's a way to do this. I know there is, but I don't know what it is. So there you go. Just figured we'd start it with a banger. And usually I have everything across the screen and who's bidding. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. So I've shown this several times and lately. This is also a time where we sit and we chat about our knowledge of costume, jewelry, and semi precious. Not just me. So y'all can pop in at any time if you have questions or if you know something I don't, etc. So this is Victorian fine braided. It's not really braided, but I'm just going to call it braided. Silver. This is all silver. This is sterling silver as well. See the fine wire? Think of those filigree bracelets or brooches, like micro mosaics. Not micro mosaics. The Italian work with like boats and different things and that little wires. Well, someone put every single strand like that and then loop them all together to the next band, next band, next band, right? And then in addition, there's the flowers. And I believe this here was left like that because someone was going to put initials or a thought. Those are flowers for a wedding, for an anniversary. I'm not sure. It is in really good shape. It comes undone with this. You just pull that out. I'll show you the inside. It starts at 68. I really wish I could use StreamYard. This may be, so that the black here is just from where it was soldered and welded together. You can see it's in, and same on the other side. And you see how this hook just pushes through right there to close it, and it snaps in place when the other piece is there. I feel like I should go to StreamYard, but I would have to stop and sign up for a plan. I think I have maybe an hour and a half left over there, so it would be too short. This just fits my wrist, but I would like to say size 7. Size 7, ladies, size 7, which is the beginning of a medium. And I will do my best to give you, yeah, it's about 2 inches in diameter. It's a size 7. And I am pretty sure this is higher grade silver than the braided silver. I think that's a little bit lower quality. $68. Let me know if you're interested. I don't do recaps. I move along. And I am losing people. What is this? Engage with my audience. How do I do that? Start a question, start a poll. No. I know there's a way to put a banner on YouTube. Whoever gave me hearts, thank you. Why can't I? I don't want to share my screen. I don't understand why I can't. I'm just going to move on to the next thing. Thank you for looking. I could get all caught up in that, but I'm not going to. So these are Earrings, oval. Are they alpaca or alpaca? I am so bummed out. I can't. So these start at 23. My goodness. I really feel like there's a way to, and there isn't. Okay. I won't be doing it like this again. I'll have to sign up for StreamYard. So these start at 23. You're going to just have to look at the chat. It's been too long since I've done YouTube too. I don't even know if I pulled banners over. If anyone comes in who streams on YouTube and knows how to pull over the price, please, dear God, let me know. So here they are. They're about 2.5 inches long. They are vintage alpaca silver, so it's lower grade alpaca. I know Texco, I believe. See, this is where I'm not gonna. I don't 100% know what I'm talking about in this moment, so I'm gonna look it up because it's been a moment since I've looked up the difference, and I'm not gonna lead someone astray. So here, I'll look it up in a minute. This is a thin sliver of turquoise with mother of pearl. This is onyx, and this is coral, and this is all silver. And you can see, do you see over here where they wrapped the silver? These are probably from about the 1960s, maybe 70s, where they wrapped this silver circle. You can actually feel it's raised, and it got wider as they went around, and that's where it closed. They're actually really very pretty and it's super lightweight. And so there they are. Really nice. And I'm going to look up alpaca because I do know the difference. But Rose, hi. No, honey, you haven't missed a lot at all. And unfortunately, I'm in YouTube and not my streaming software because I needed to pay for it. And I can't pull my prices over and stuff. I don't remember how to do that, and I don't think you even can. And so I'm feeling really bad. Okay, yes, it is that. There you go. See, alpaca silver from Mexico is a mixed metal alloy, copper, nickel, and zinc, designed to imitate the appearance of sterling silver without actually having any sterling silver in it. That is what I thought. See, and that's why I was like, I need to look this up because I'm not going to, I'm not going to lie to you guys. So, nonetheless, they're beautiful vintage earrings. 23, and that's a few dollars less than I paid. Alpaca is still very highly collectible. They're beautiful vintage earrings, and for their size, super lightweight. So I will put them aside since no one's interested. Rose, how are you today? And for real, if anyone comes in who knows if there's a way I can put my prices onto the screen, let me know. Let me know. Help, Mr. Bill. No, it's not something I thought about. Okay, let's do another pair of earrings as long as I'm at it. Now, these are sterling silver. These are the sterling silver long hook back. I'm okay. So far, so good. Same, Rose. Yep. Same. I had a little bit of issues with my back when I was trying to weed around the crocuses and daffodils. Other than that, I'm okay. These are... Hi, Heidi, sweetheart. How are you, love? So these are so pretty. They have the mica. Not mica. What is going on with me today? I couldn't tell you. Mica is fool's gold, which is why I defaulted to that. Sometimes words are just bizarre. They are very old. They have the super long hook closure, which for pierced ears, which I love. I love that. Okay, so let me see if I can get that to show better. Nope. Let me tip the screen up. Not mica. Y'all, what is wrong with me? Rose, my darling Rose. Please help, because I have a pin too. I sell this stuff all the time. I absolutely know the name of it. I'm not that idiotic. Marcasite. There you go. Marcasite. Good Lord. So it has a lot of marcasite. I honestly, it has a marking on the back. I think they're Italian. And they're at least 1960s, if not perhaps, yes, brain fog, Heidi, totally. If not like turn of the century. So on the back it says 925, and M. Oh, I went through this with Melly. It's either M, it's an M and a swoosh, just a swoosh without quite being an A. So it kind of looks like a backward C. And there's no way that y'all are going to be able to see that. But there it is. I think it, and like I said, at least 1960s. And they're itsy bitsy, but they're so sturdy and so well done. Let's see. I don't even know if you can tell. I feel like it's too dark. And because YouTube is backwards, I'm all backwards. Here, you can tell from here. Let's do this. That's how big they are. Teeny tiny. Like, if I go from the top of the wire, 1 inch. 1 inch. But they're stunning, dainty little things. I know, Heidi, me too. And it's like, honestly, it's because they both start with M. And I jumped on right after the neighbor came over because she was checking on my welfare. I just like, okay. So, yeah. Since I can't pull the price over, they started at 23. These? Nope, 22, excuse me. And they're 925 sterling silver, tested, absolutely gorgeous. And they're either from a company that is a vintage company, or I feel that they are, I'm going to put them in a bag. I feel that they are potentially turn of the century because of the styling, because of the use of the poor man's diamond. You know, mica is fool's gold, but marcasite is poor man's diamonds, and it was really highly used during the Victorian time. So, oh, Kate is in now. Look, hi, Kate. How are you? I can't put anything on the thing. That really bothers me. Kate is at 22. Thank you, Kate. So So I'm going to say fair warning. If anyone else is interested, you would need to come in at 23 or higher, up to 50, and then we do $5 increments. Fair warning. Then I'm going to do a last call. Kind of like last call before the pub closes, right? And then someone would have to come in right now, or they're sold to Kate for a really nice price for these teeny tiny little things. I love them. Thank you, Kate. And I wish I could drag you over and make it official. I appreciate it. I cannot believe that there is a way. Thank you, honey. There is a way to do this. Because, I mean, look, I used to sell with Karen Chasing Vintage, and we used YouTube in the beginning, not StreamYard. And I know there was a way, unless I'm just totally delusional. It is okay, Rose, because I feel like an idiot. Let's do another pair. Sterling silver swirl earrings. And these are going to be 18. Thank you for putting up with me, y'all. And I need to give it a couple weeks. My hours reset in February, like February 8th or something. I don't know. But if everything keeps going as well as it has been, then I will pay for StreamYard so that I can always pull it over. So these are the other, I call them swirl. Kind of reminds me of the wind. Little tiny sterling silver earrings. Definitely vintage. Most likely artisan. I would suspect that these are more modern. More modern as in 60s, 70s. They are on wires. It does. Not this look. And YouTube is backwards. This ring. I haven't worn this in ages. I got this in the 70s. Thank you, Rose. Celtic, yes. Very much so. Celtic and that swirl. And again, there you can see, look at my finger now. They're tiny. They're probably 2/3 of an inch. And do they say anything on the back that gives us any clue about them? That one doesn't. And nor does this one. I'll show you the back. I do know they're sterling silver. I bought them from a very reputable reseller who I'm actually thinking we're going to be talking, and I'm going to be seeing what he has and maybe buying a big, a medium like bundle deal, depending on what he has. But that's the back. It does not say 925 anywhere, but they're artisan made, and he tested them, and I know they are. And they're let's put them on my forehead. Let's put it on my forehead. Tiny. So they're not presumptuous in any way. They're not presumptuous in any way. They're just hanging out. Gonna put them in a bag. Heidi, what time is it? Does everyone know that Heidi is like across the ocean? Heidi, what time is it there, honey? I hope that you're not awake because you can't sleep. And because everyone say hi to my friend Heidi. Heidi has a pretty severe chronic pain, fibromyalgia, and other things, much worse than I do. And She could always use your love and prayer and thoughts. And it's 0:50 a.m. in Belgium. Does that mean like midnight? I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm going to move away from earrings for a minute and do something totally different. This is and it's going to be okay. See, because it would be 0 until it hits 1. Oh, honey, so you're not sleeping well. I'm so sorry. This is a vintage scarf clip starting at 16, and it is really cool. It's vintage. We'll look at the back of it in a minute. Oh, yeah, I understand, Heidi. It even says the scarf clip. These 2 leaves are awesome. Very much. Let's see if it's magnetic, because my magnetic thing is here. It feels, yeah, it's brass. There's no magnetism. So I would say it's brass. And let's take it out and off of this little holder. Oh, look at that. The velvet is even, this is so old that the velvet is coming off the display holder. And it is by Jerry Lou. Let me type that in, just in case anyone wants to look it up. If you're a reseller or you're one of those people who always wants to know, like me, who the maker is, how old it is. Jerry Lou. And it's a big one. I would say, because it's on a thing that says scarf clip, that doesn't mean it was sold on that. Dating this is going to be a little difficult. I pretty much thought that they stopped making stuff like this, by the 60s or 50s. However, I also think there might have been a resurgence in the 80s for a while. It's big. Ugh, YouTube has been doing that to everyone, Heidi. So here is, this is just pinned on my shirt. It's not going anywhere, right? So I don't have one down here. Usually I have scarves everywhere. Oh, I do. Let me go get it. Let me show you. I'll be right back so I can show you what it looks like. Hold on. Getting up. Move, Tug. Tug. My dog. Move. Move, move. Time is important. You can't sit there. Right now. I'm coming back, I promise. I'm sure all of you know what a scarf clip is. You're not dumb. You know what it is. But I think it always helps to have an actual, show and tell. So here's my scarf, right? And I want these 2 to stay together. Boom. My scarf is now not going anywhere. My neck is totally warm. And I have this gorgeous, non-heavy, not ruining any of the material, so you could have a very fine scarf on, clip. Yep. 16 starts at 16. That is pretty dang cool. Now, obviously, I don't need this on right now. It's not that cold here. Not today. We're actually, my gosh, next week we're heading into 70s. My scarf just got a piece of this scarf I've had it forever and ever. Just got caught on my swirl around ring that I haven't worn in a million years. And this is like, I don't have time for this. And I don't have my scissors right here. And I don't want to get up again. It's like, come on. There. Good Lord. Okay. Happy Ducky. Oh my God. Happy Ducky. I know. See, oh, hi, Happy Ducky. I'm so sorry. Dang it. I tried to share this out. I knew that was going to happen. I went through a whole, oh my God. It's StreamYard. I used the free plan, and because I bumped up my business to 3 days a week instead of 2, I now need to pay to get like the extra, what would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Like 8 hours, and possibly 10, and it's about $60 a month. And I'm just not quite there, but I don't know. Happy Ducky, you can help. You can help. I'm so sorry, Happy Ducky. I don't even know how to make you a mod on here. Can I do that? Hold on. I have not done anything. Add as a moderator. Happy Ducky, you should be a moderator now. Yep, Happy Ducky, you are blue. I think you are a mod. So, Happy Ducky, everyone say hi to Happy Ducky. Happy Ducky, I'm so sorry again. I will figure this out. If I am selling as much as I have been in the last couple of weeks, I'm going to get the StreamYard plan or figure out, because I don't like that I can't post my banners here or any of that. But Happy Ducky, you are a mod. So what you can do is type in the description and the price. And then you can type in sold at the end of the countdown, at the end of, so I do final warning and last call. So I'll tell you that, and because we haven't talked at all. And then you can either put pass or sold. Does that work, Happy Ducky? Okay. Thank you. All right. Let's do a ring. And then I have a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm so, gosh, I feel terrible. I knew that was going to happen. I showed this last time, but we're going to do it again. I love this ring. Oh, Happy Ducky. Here I am typing it in. Happy Ducky. This is a sterling silver, so you can put SS. Turquoise ring starts at $38. Happy Ducky. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. What a trooper. Oh my gosh. So here is the ring. And YouTube is backwards for me because this has been so long. I'm going to have to just suck it up and pay for StreamYard. This is a gorgeous piece of medium blue turquoise with the copper matrix lines going through it. Absolutely lovely. And then it's got that double band. Now we'll put it on me in a minute and give you the correct size. I would say this is older, 1960s, 1970s, especially based on the turquoise itself. There you go. The turquoise is clearly an older piece. It's not dyed. It's from an older mine in Arizona. I'm trying to move it around, but slowly, so you see all the matrix and the depth. And if I was not wearing my swirly ring, it almost fits right here on this finger. And it stands up high, but not too high, which I appreciate. So let me give you the size, and Happy Ducky can put it in. I have to remember that, Happy Ducky. Oh my gosh, I already owe you like several cups of coffee for putting up with me today. So this is, it goes to 8 3/4. It's very comfortable on. It doesn't, and this is the time of day where I'm kissed by the sun. Sorry. Rose said that, and I love that. It's about, I'm going with an 8.5. 8.75 is also correct because that is where it falls. But I always tend to go down a size just to be on the safe side. But it would fit, if your fingers don't swell, if you don't have arthritis, it would fit at 8.75. I just know that as you get older, things happen. So I like to be cautious with that. Okay. There you go. Okay. We're going to do, thank you. So we're going to pass on that. I didn't see anyone bidding. And we're going to do another. This is a more modern sterling silver. Now, I was told this is sterling silver. I'm going to test this. Because I was told this is a sterling silver turquoise ring. It's clearly more modern. I would say, well, with the turquoise, I'm just going to say that I'm unclear. Anywhere from the 70s to the 90s, but it has more of a production look to it than an artisan look. Yeah, I mean, that could be sand cast inside. But I want to say it could be 90s. And let me tell you what size it is. And it starts at, Happy Ducky, this one starts at 22. And I'll give you the size. And then I have my tester over here, and I'm going to test. I'm pretty dang sure it was sold to me as sterling silver, but I want to test it. It is a size 6.5. And I love the shape of that, the 3 bands like that, even though it's 2 with one kind of put in there. I think it's very appealing. I like the turquoise. It has just a little bit, it's a light blue, just a little bit of the matrix. The stone sits up a little taller, but it's also smaller. So let me do a quick test of if it's sterling silver. I got it right here. It doesn't say 925 inside, but it was sold to me as sterling silver. So let's find out, because if it's not, then we will drop the price. We, the royal we. Thank you, Happy Ducky. Happy Ducky, you're such a, I don't know where you came from, but what an angel. And you came right at the exact time I needed you. Drip, 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 just a little bit further down for me. Testing solution. Okay, and then now, between the sun it's light red, so it's sterling silver. It's light red. I don't know that you all can see that at all. It's not the liquid, it's the where you scratch the silver, and it is a light red. So it is It is sterling silver, but I do believe it's more of a production line, meaning there were lots and lots of them, as opposed to an artisan piece. That's what I think. And inside, boom, it's very pretty. Oh, what do you mean, the matrix? Matrix. So, Heidi, that's a good question. And I appreciate you asking, because I have been learning. I've been a costume jewelry seller and antique and vintage for years and years. But I'm just learning over the last several months more and more my stones. So, semi-precious and otherwise. So, the matrix, do you see on this one all the brown? Let me change this. There you go. The browns and the blacks, you see like the veins running through the stone. So it's not solid blue, but it has the black and it has the brown. Turquoise is found alongside copper. So turquoise often has copper in it, even if it's stabilized, it will have that. So that's the matrix. That's what I mean when I say it. Whereas this piece has a little bit of brown coloring, tiny bit of like spots, but it doesn't have this veining. So you could call it veining. Hi, 710. How are you? You could call it veining instead, but most people that I interact with now who sell the bigger semi-precious stones and or precious metals would say matrix. So that's the answer to that. So we're going to pass on that one as well, and that's fine. So I am now going to, I'm not used to having a moderator. I keep wanting to type in my own prices. We're going to move to a necklace. And it is a goddess necklace. Happy Ducky. And it is going to start with semi-precious stones, I think aquamarine. It is going to start at $40. So it's a goddess necklace. I believe they're aquamarine stones. Starts at $40. Thank you. I showed this last time. It's a newer acquisition for me. Now this is modern. This is not vintage, but this is beautiful. Thank you, Happy Ducky. Okay. I think she's gorgeous. Now, obviously, that should be up top. I'm going to take her off of here in a minute. And I did last time, I've only showed her, I think this is the second time, but I have a matching bracelet that's a Sajin, which is like the main people that started doing these in the jewelry world. This is, let me move the chain. This is, I don't know who made it, but it's not Sajin. If it was Sajin, it would be on the back. In addition, I tested the metal last time, and I didn't get any signs of sterling silver in the actual pendant. I did not test this piece. This piece seems more like it may be sterling silver. It's untested. The chain is sterling silver. It's a modern chain. It's a nice snake chain. You see the openings for the aquamarine stones so the light can go through? That is all real. I believe this may be like one of those reproductions. It's a reproduction of a sagen. So these like pale greenish blue stones, I'm pretty positive are aquamarine. This one, yes, and depending on the light, they're bluer or greener. See that? And this is glass. And then she also has a stone down here. And I think she's beautiful. Yeah. And they are worth way more than that price. Starting bid 40. Yep, they're worth much more. The Sagen bracelet now this is not a Sagen, but the Sagen bracelet that I have, I think it was like $150. So I know I've got all this other stuff on. I always do. So let's do like this. I'm trying to get this. There you go. That's not right. But so you can see it hangs right about here. Okay, I'm trying to just cover up the other necklace. So right here means it's about 16, and this is hanging down to about 19, almost 20 inches. And I'm sorry the other necklace is there, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I love the changing blue to light green stones and the glass carved goddess. It's really special. We'll just give her one more look in her face, and then I've got a lot of stuff and I'm going to move on. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We can pass. I'm going a little bit fast. We can pass on her today. I know she's modern, but she's lovely. Modern but lovely, and she needs to go in a bag. And I don't do recaps. Anyone that's here, thank you for being here. I don't do recaps. So if you're interested, if you come in late, you need to go back and put your speed on ×2 and go back and look through. And if you're interested in something, drop it in the chat now or hit me up later at my email, which I can't put on the screen, Happy Ducky, which is mscwalker@att.net. Rose, I adore you. And now, Rose, unfortunately, every single time I see your name, I think of strawberry tarts. That's never going to go away. So I believe this chain is just like some type of pewter, maybe steel. It's pretty heavy. It's an incredible, incredible chain. It doesn't test as sterling silver. And so I have two theories about this chain. It's definitely vintage. And I think it's one of two things. It's either a men's necklace, where men just wear like this with their dress shirt from the 70s, 80s. It's got an older clasp. The construction is excellent. Or, even though it has this clasp, it was for a watch fob that you hung it off your pants. And I really am at a loss. It starts at $16. It looks silver all day long, but it's not. It's very thick. See that it just goes round and round. There is not, well, I guess there is actually. See, It's actually kind of crimped around and around, and there's a seam. So it may be this is lying over top of another piece. But this, you can see how old the clasp is. It's worn. And the end caps say a lot because the end caps are heavy duty. I mean, this is meant to hold something significant of weight. So that's why I keep going back to watch fob. I don't know. Is it? No, thank you, Rose. I think I went through this before. No, it's not magnetic at all. And this is an item that has been in my eBay stash when I sold on eBay in 2000 to 2003. Since 2003. So I don't know. What do y'all think? What do you think? Rose. Hi, Rose. Let me tell you how long it is. You can see right here, copper is coming out from over this on the clasp, but I don't see any copper discoloration of any kind on the rest of it. And it's a little heavy. I see Rose is in at 16. Rose, would this fit David? That would be awesome. Yeah, it would. Look. This is about a 16-inch chain. And I mean, I say this is men's because it is, but it's also gender neutral. So we can, yeah, it might not. I mean, because it might not. Because I do very much feel, yeah. Oh, no. So Rose is in at 16. So if anyone else is interested, you need to come in at 17 and we can put in fair warning. You need to come in at 17 or higher. Otherwise, it's going sold to Rose. And Rose, this is one of my favorite pieces. Last call. Sold to Rose. $16. Rose, I have had this so long because I just love the design. So I'm really happy you're getting it, actually. And is it for David? Is David sitting right there so you can't say? When is David gonna send me some let me put it in a bag, some strawberry tarts? Oh, Rose, did you ever ask at the gas station if they were related to Charlie Tart or Alma Tart? Let me know because I'm very curious. Okay. These are antique Victorian earrings. They claim to be sterling silver. I will test them right now. I will show them. Then I'm going to test them before I put in a price. They are clip-on. And I believe they're earrings, okay? But I'll just show you the butt part. That doesn't sound right, but definitely turn of the century. Look at the cutout work. And then here is the back. See the clip on? But then see how it has a notch there? So I put it on my ear. I took photos and people have them listed as earrings, turn of the century Victorian. But I really wanted to check, and I put it on my ear because it has that tab, because they did make dress clips and shoe clips. So I was like, well, what the heck? But people have there's several, not this design, but almost this design, one other with this design that I saw, and they all say earrings. They are, I got to turn it back around. And this is kind of like there's like little flower flourish, and then I don't know, pineapple. I don't know. They're really, really cute. Let me test them for silver. What was there? Rose, what was 30 years? Oh, the gas station. Oh. I thought that was recently. I thought that was recently. That makes sense, because I was like, well, I mean, I do know there was someone who was also born in New Jersey, but he moved his family up to, heck if I know, Ohio doesn't seem right, but somewhere up. And my dad, being a professor and all that, was a real stickler for, direct descendants as opposed to like a second cousin or whatever. And he didn't work as hard at it as my mom. So he never claimed to have anyone but this one other person that he was really close to, and someone in England. Okay, bright red. They are sterling silver. So given that, these turn of the century Victorian earrings start at $48. Yep, $48. They have to, because of the cost of sterling right now. They're fairly heavy. And they're really unique in design. Anyone else ever seen this particular fold over clasp on an earring? I mean, I've seen several different iterations of clasp styles on earrings over the years, but this one was new to me, and I actually have to say it was really comfortable on my ear. And I kind of feel these are very strong clips. I kind of feel like maybe they did that with the intention of making it more gentle on your ear. You know how as we went along, starting in like the 60s, 70s, we got the comfort clips to make them not pinch our ears so much. So that's what I'm thinking with these. They're just really stunning and unique. And I only get my hands on antique items maybe once a month. And it can take a little while to go to the right person, but that's okay. It's harder to find the antique items. Okay. But yeah, it is. Is it a thistle? It is a thistle. Okay, so then there you go. That says everything about probably where they were made, the whole deal. Yep. There you go. Nice. Thank you. Yeah. Thistle, because I was like, it's not a pineapple and it's not a flower. There are flowers on the side, kind of like calla lilies. Yeah, and then thistle. So there you go. So that is Irish, correct? I believe so. Okay, let's do something totally different and let's do something inexpensive. Let's do Scottish. Yes, Scottish. I knew even when it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, that's not right. Scottish. Because I've had the beautiful antique kilt pins. Scottish. With a thistle. Scottish. So this is going to be a buy it now bracelet for $10. I always try to bring some affordable jewelry on Fridays. And this is a screaming good deal because it's coral. It's old coral. So $10 is very inexpensive for this piece. Let me show you the coral mark. See the Pegasus over there with the coral? This is probably 1950s piece. It has a fold over clasp, early 50s style. Possibly a little bit earlier, but I tend to doubt that. And it's like vines. If you look at it this way, it's panels of vines. Like I have a lot of grapevines in this valley. They stopped raising the sheep and the grapevines came in. Well, and they stopped raising sheep here and all the apple trees. We still have those because they decided to buy up all the land because we didn't have the regulations in place here. So they were able to take everyone's water, all the groundwater, and not be regulated in the way that they would in other places. And the land was fairly inexpensive. So they moved the sheep out and brought in the vines. Yep. So these look to me like grapevines. Let's see. I'm seeing if it fits me to get a size. So it would just close on me, and that's over top of the little charm bracelet that I got for Christmas that I'm wearing. So I would like to call this a 7 because nobody wants to wear something that tight. It's too tight. So it's a size 7. And it is about 2 inches wide, in excellent shape for a coral. It is silver tone. Well, is it? For crying out loud. Yes. Silver tone. And if anyone collects coral, you know that the Pegasus is the early coral. It's a really nice bracelet. $10, buy it now. Yep. That's a really, really good price. I'm surprised no one's jumping on it. Look up your coral with Pegasus on it. They later changed to just saying coral. Late 50s, early 60s. So look it up, y'all. And then if you're interested, get back to me. I have a huge clean out to do over here. Okay. This, I'm going to show this and I'm going to show another couple pieces I have not shown before. This rock crystal bracelet. So it's crystal. It's rock crystal. Is going to start at $26. Please and thank you, Happy Ducky. Happy Ducky, you're making my life so much easier, especially with swapping over here to YouTube. So this is the toggle, right? And this is the oval square, and for like kind of the end, but you put the toggle through either this one or this one, depending on how long you want it, right? Someone made this, and it is just pure shining, screaming crystal. It's absolutely beautiful. It's so bright that I don't even know how it's showing up in here. Let me actually, because it's so bright, tone it down. I am going to presume, look at that. Let's see. Now is when I wish the sun was back. See, when it gets close to my hand, it starts making shinies. See there? See the shine? So in the sun, I expect that this would throw a lot of not colored light because it's just crystal, but maybe colored. But see there? See the shine underneath my hand? A lot of sparkle and shine. It's a good one. And now, how vintage is this based on the style? Probably not that vintage. Maybe 2000s. But this beads, they cost a lot of money. And someone put it together. It's 3 strands. And then, God, this is hard to work with here. And then 3 beads to hold them together. And then the little squares continuing through. So bright sometimes, sorry. And moving. I can see why I like StreamYard better. And then held together again. And then one last time. See that shine? It's hard to convey how sexy this is through the computer screen. I wish I had something to really shine on it. I mean, this is going to capture your attention and everyone else's when you're wearing it. It's a statement piece that isn't like in your face, but everyone will be very aware of. And this is if the toggle was in the first one for me. So it can be a 7.25 or a 7. Oh, I just heard the funniest. It does look like ice cubes. Oh, Marilyn Monroe would approve, no doubt. It's just, see, look at on my, okay, there you go. Look at on when I do that. You see all the light shining on my head when I put this on there from the squares. It may, I don't know, it may do the rainbow colors, but so, there's crystal. So here's a thing to talk about. There's crystal and then there's rock crystal. So like the chandeliers, with all those crystals that come down, those are crystals and they shine colors. This is pure like quartz crystal, and it's hard to explain the difference, but there is a difference. This is purer. This is like pure quartz crystal, if that helps anyone in any way. It's kind of a hard thing to explain. Yeah, good for you, Rose. So there you go. We're going to pass on this one too, and that's okay. Someone will come along one day and be interested. And like I say, I don't do recaps, and I appreciate everyone that's here. Happy Ducky, I appreciate you so much. It will one day. There's certain things I have that kind of never go on clearance, you know. They'll just go back in a box for however long it needs to. I'm not going to show any jabbets today. Yeah, it is, Rose. I'm not going to show any of the jabbet pins that I've been showing, but they are here. They are available. If anyone who's watching doesn't know me and you're interested in jabbets, go back a week or so. I think it was last Friday. I put them on hankies and showed them. They're pretty fascinating. I would go check it out. If nothing else, and basically for the purpose of learning something really cool that I didn't know until I got these. So, all right, let's do these. And let me make sure exactly what I have. So it's going to be thermoset, and this is the necklace. God, this stuff is brilliantly awesome. 1950s thermoset. Ooh, copper colored. And I have the necklace and the matching earrings. And these are made by Palooka. Pakula. So thermoset is a type of plastic that was used that kind of does like a moonshine color changing deal. So these are the earrings. They are clip-on. And the bottom is a darker brown and the top is more coppery. And then they have a top dark piece, and at the bottom is just a little gold ball. And they're called thermoset. They're hugely popular in the 1950s. These actually, Pakula is the name. The Lisner was a huge thermoset. This name is a newer name to me. It's a really nice light springtime color. So those are the earrings. They are vintage, but they're more brass tone than copper, Happy Ducky. Ooh, yum. Rose, that sounds delicious. Yeah, kind of the top one, kind of coppery. And you see how it changes colors depending on the light. The bottom, though, is like more what my hair color used to be. So those are the earrings. And let me show you the necklace. Now, thermoset, because I love plastics. So you get plastics when you come here. Costume jewelry. Thermoset is one of my big, big loves. In fact of the matter is I collect it. But I'm willing to sell this. Now, see, this very much is a 1950s clasp with the ball. So this could be an extender, or this way, I guess, on there. It's just gold tone. But look, let me put it on Molly. Let me put it on my helper, Molly, who I forgot to ask everyone to say hello to Molly today. Now, what did I do? Come on. What did I do? I put the, sorry. I put the, there you go. There you go. There you go. So you're truly getting with the necklace how the colors, the thermoset, the whatever chemical type of reaction they did so popular after Bakelite, where depending on the light, it shifts the color. Some people call it moon glow. So it's every other, darker, lighter, gold tone, and it has both the dark brown thermoset little balls and just the little gold up there, kind of like a flower, oval shape. And the set, I'm so sorry, the set is $29. The earrings and the necklace is $29. And I honestly probably should have said more like 35, because I think I probably paid that. I'm ripping myself off. So with the extender, with the chain all the way to the ball, it is at about 15 inches, and it's perfect. Look how form fitting that is. That's perfect. Yeah, I really should be asking 35. So this is a steal. Look how pretty. And it goes with my little heart amber earrings. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Without all these other necklaces and just this t-shirt, it's perfect. Perfect. Oh, Heidi. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? I'd love to meet you in person, Heidi. So 29 necklace and earrings, and like I say, I should have started it at like 35, but I didn't. Oh, and this is Molly. This is my helper, Molly. Yeah, it's very earthy, and that's very very boho, right? And this one is lightweight, and you can tell the difference between the Palooka, Pakula, and Lisner in terms of the metal. It's less heavy. So again, it's a knockoff, right? But it's still pretty freaking fabulous. Okay. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I've got tons of brooches. I've got gorgeous necklaces. I'm wondering at this point in the sale if anyone is here for something in particular. If you're looking for rings, if you're looking for, ear climbers, if you're looking for brooches, if you're looking for, if you have something in particular, yes, Rose. Gold sandals and a wrap dress. Oh my gosh, Rose. And I have, it's back there, the medium size, like 1990s wrap dress, and it's browns and yellows right there. It doesn't fit me anymore, but it sure the heck it's for sale. You could buy that if you're a medium, and the necklace and earring set, and then just get some shoes, and you're ready to go. Wow. Rose. Yeah, if anyone has any requests, please let me know. Otherwise, because I don't do recaps. So you need to, I would say this is a good time to go through and see what I've brought. I'm going to bring my timer for my 2-hour limit is, I've got 25 minutes. So I'm going to bring, ooh, lovely Rose. I am going to bring, about 5 or 6 more items because I go slower on Fridays. And we're going to see what we see. But if anyone has a request, please let me know. So this I'm going to scratch test this particular beautiful. I think it's just glass. I do not think, I don't think that this bracelet is actual moonstone or any other kind of rock. I really don't. But, and I'll tell you why when I show it. It's still incredibly gorgeous, but it doesn't. It just it doesn't give me the right vibe. So hold on, and I'll tell you why. I still love it, and you know this is costume jewelry that I'm selling, but there's something about it that's bothering me. So now here I am scratch testing and looking at it. I don't see, and I don't think this is from that, but let's go ahead and look at it. No, I didn't used to do this. I just said my feelings about what I thought it was. And that was good enough because I'm pretty good at determining if something is coated or if something seems to be silver or gold or yada, yada, yada. But then I kind of got called out. And so I've been doing that lately. So it is not sterling silver. And I think it's glass, but it's beautiful opalescent glass bracelet. It's an opalescent glass bracelet. And it starts at 22. Please, happy ducky. Happy ducky. It's beautiful. And it really looks like silver. Let's do it does not show up on the thing, and let's do a no magnetic. I don't know. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? It's no magnetism. It's nice, thick, and chunky. The colors are incredible. It's rectangles, 2 rectangles with 3 circles. Happy ducky. 22. Yep. Yeah, it does look like opalite, but see here, it looks like opalite. I totally agree with you, but here's why and I'm just again learning semi-precious stones, and I've had opalite. I mean, it could be just opalite glass. Opalite glass. That's a thing. You see the 2 lines on there? They're not scratches in the glass, but you see, look at the fire in this. God, it's beautiful. But see those 2 lines? That gives me pause. And I don't know that that means that it's not opalite glass. I mean, it is. But that just gave me some kind of pause. Yeah, it does. It does look like opalite. And yeah, it's cold. But I think glass would be cold, wouldn't it? Would it, Rose, wouldn't glass also be cold? Here's the back. I mean, they went to a heck of a lot of trouble to make this. And all the colors flash like opalite. So, you know, this is one of those things. Yeah, it's one of those things where I mean, everything about this tracks as opalite glass. All the colors, everything. But then that one piece had those 2 little lines. And I don't know that that means it's not opalite glass. I just don't want to say 100% that it is, and then it isn't. See, and it's only on this one piece. And it even, shows on the back, see? But I think opalite glass is just a and then when you see when the light doesn't come through. Ooh, look at the fire though. I think opalite glass is really just a chemical composition or additive to the glass to make it have that fire like opals, right? So it could literally just be something in the composition in that one piece, and that's it. I think it's extraordinary. I mean, it's yeah. I'll just go. It's a toggle closure. I'll go out on a limb, and for $22, yeah, it's opalite. I mean, it's it's some type of opalite glass, and it fits me with a fingers room to spare. So 7.25. I'd leave it at 7.25 so it can fall down your wrist if you didn't have another charm bracelet already on. I love it. I'm not selling anything today. It's very I guess I'm just not hitting the right things that people are interested in. Let's try one other thing. Yeah, it's all that pinks and blues and oranges. I'm going to call it opalite, but we'll say pass. Again, remember, I don't do recaps, y'all. So if you're, this is the time. My ticker says an hour and a half. My timer says 25 more minutes. So, and I can't go more than 2 hours because of my back. So this Happy Ducky is, we need to still talk and figure out how I'm going to help you because you're helping me. Happy Ducky, this is blue check glass with rhinestone rondelles necklace, and it is going to start at $30. Thank you, Heidi. Same to you, honey. Same to you. I'm making it. I'm doing it, but good Lord, it's been Heidi. You've been around me quite a while. You know what I've gone through in the last 5 years as a caretaker and all that. So, yeah. So this is the clasp. Boy, it's funny how the blue is showing up. That is because it is cobalt blue glass. I don't get that color happening at all. It is. I hope that's just how I'm seeing it and not that you all aren't seeing this light blue. This is old check glass. Now, there's stuff I want to say about it. Hold on. Gosh, this YouTube thing is backwards. I'm so not used to it. So here's the clasp, your typical kind of 1950s press and pull. And these are, that's going to drive me crazy. These are dark blue cut check glass. They are not light blue. Why is it showing it like that? Yeah, it's not supposed to be it's so bizarre. I don't know what's going on, Happy Ducky, because it's the dark cobalt blue. The we can't make this type of cobalt blue anymore because we don't have enough of the mineral or whatever it is that we put in the cobalt anymore. It's going to computers, etc. So I'll finish my spiel about this. Okay, so in it's dark blue. I mean, I have these in my collection since the 70s when I used to buy. I would buy like this many beads. It would cost me $20 at a store in Berkeley in the 80s. I'm not kidding. So then it has these huge rhinestone rondelles, two there, two at the bottom. Then it has, this is a very interesting piece. Then it has this here on the side covered in rhinestones, right? Then look at this piece of glass with this prong set right here. I'm going to take it off and let you all see that. Look at the colors coming through. It's a huge bezel. This is a puzzling piece to me, and I think I know what's going on. But I did look this up, and I have to say that just the bead and the rondelle types with this, because it's the cobalt blue beads, the asking price for something like this, no matter what the bottom is around 100 to 130, the average price. Okay, so now here is the triangle kind of oval rhinestones. There's the prong set. It's silver tone. It's not silver. A little bit. So this glass was put in and then the silver was done and they coated it. So there's the tiniest bit of silver coating from coating this on the blue. Here as well. This is the back. So this piece of blue, which it looks like cobalt blue glass as well. Okay, it has all the hallmarks of it, but it does have the coating to make the glass more like the AB and less reflective than, remember, the Sagen piece where semi-precious stones are always open to the light, or usually. This one is not, even though the whole setting is open. This kind of reminds me of Art Deco. Now, see, there you go. Some of the bottom has a little bit right there of the coating worn away, but you're not going to see that when it's on. And I cannot tell you all these pieces. I mean, look how old these are. All of this is original. I really get a 1920s or earlier vibe off of this. However, it is on thread. However, a lot of people are talking. Yeah, right? Point faster. Oh, show the focal point. What do you mean, Happy Ducky? IMO, show the piece first in its entirety. Oh, yes. Okay. I generally go over the pieces and then do that. So that's just my style. But okay. Then I will put this piece on. So Fridays, Happy Ducky, I generally do kind of like a educational, and I take things apart on purpose. I piece it out and parse it out and discuss it in a way that I don't do during other sales. So in my hopes to educate you on your journey when you're buying, and in my hopes that you all will educate me as well, because there's always something to learn. So, see, I don't know if this entire thing is original or if it was pieces put together from the same period or if it was just restrung. I'm unclear because everything says, 1920s, cobalt blue. I know this is cobalt blue. Necklace. But the black thread does not. It would typically be on like a white cotton or black cotton threads. So it's all there. It's all what it's supposed to be. But I just leave you with that. And I think it's gorgeous. It's 15 inches. And in the sun, we all know that boom. Yeah. So no, happy ducky. Thank you. Right. Yes, I get it. And I just yeah, Fridays is just where I I take things apart and I parse it out. But man, I mean, I love this. And this cobalt blue, it is the dark. They don't make these anymore. And if I went into that store today to buy cobalt blue or the cadmium red beads, I bet this many beads would cost me at least as much as I'm asking and probably a lot more because they're so old. So there you go. And we can pass. We can pass. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Happy Ducky. It's so my tabletop Tuesdays and my Thursdays are more of just kind of like a show it, bam, bam, bam. But my Fridays are where I try to be a little bit different, and my sales can be more or they can be less because I'm doing a chat along with selling. So, and not everyone likes that. Not everyone stays for it because they want the boom, boom, boom. They just want to buy, 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 right? And I get that. I totally get it. Okay, well, but I appreciate your input, Happy Ducky, and I appreciate your input. So this is a Good Fortune antique Chinese silver, sterling silver cuff. It is at least 100 years old, and it starts at $125. It does. Oh, good for you, Heidi. So there you go. See, so I have inspired Heidi to check out what the heck thermoset is. Yay! Thank you. So this is a lower grade silver. I don't, probably 800, 825. It is at least 100 years old. This is the Chinese symbol for good fortune. It's all hand done. And it's hollow inside. Look at that. I mean, it's like it's etched and hammered, is what it looks like to me. And it's thick. Look at that. I want to, you know what? I want to know how thick. Half an inch. Half an inch. Now, the opening of the cuff is 2.5 inches. And if you look this up online, you will see that what I'm asking is in general a little bit less than what they go for. There's the ends. Very, very rudiment. I'm going to give up on that word. I want to say rudimentary, but for crying out loud, for some reason that doesn't sound right now. You can feel when you have this in front of you, someone wore this like every day, all the time, forever. It's just smooth and worn down. I mean, someone wore it always. Now, here's the only thing about this. Where am I? That is not going to work. Here you go. I have a size 7.25 wrist. This cuff does not want to go on me. Okay? No, it does not. This is an antique Chinese. So it's made for small bones. It is a 2.5 opening here, 2.5. So that would normally make it like a 7.5 as a cuff, right? But the opening here is 1.25 inches. The opening is 1.25. So you need to have tiny wrists here. You need to measure your wrist and it needs to be like 1 inch. And then you can get it on. Or Gigi, rudimentaries. Oh, did you? Heidi, I love thermostat. Gigi, hi, Gigi. Welcome, my friend. Gigi, you missed a lot, honey. If you want to go back and look, I'm going to end in about 20 minutes. I'm only doing 2 hours because of my back. And I'm on 3 days, but I can only do 2 hours. So you need to be able to get it on. Or if you're a collector, this is not going to go down in value. Or if it does, it's going to go down and come right back up. This is a lot of these were made. They were worn. They were a big deal. But if you just want it in your collection, I know it's pricey, but I'm going to show it every once in a while. I think it's worth it. So there you go. I'm going to set it down. Oh, Gigi, I will. I'm going to be seeing a back specialist soon. Yeah. Okay. So we can pass on that. I didn't presume that someone was going to buy that because it's, a big ticket item. Hold on. Speaking of back, sorry. It was Tylenol Motrin time. Oh, there's my timer. Okay. So 15 more minutes. I'm going to show this. This is an incredible brooch. And it is going to start at 25. Nope, 28. 28. Please, Happy Ducky. Thank you so much, Happy Ducky. I suspect strongly that this is a unmarked Juliana or D&E collab piece. This one I bought to sell, but I got to tell you, I have so many brooches, but this is a type of brooch that I would keep forever. It's 1950s. See, now there you go, Happy Ducky. I'm showing the whole thing of this one right off. because it's like, wow. The middle piece actually looks like a real amethyst. And then the side pieces, there's like a pinky coppery satin. There is this glass stone inset with like slag glass pink and white pulled through. Then there is tiny pieces of blue that could be glass or could be turquoise. There's AB and there's white rhinestones on. It is kind of a silver tone, but with white enameling to really pop the silver tone that's going on. And I'll show you the back. And do you see why that kind of looks like a real, it looks like a real amethyst to me. Now it's probably glass, but it's got all the white striations going through it. And it could just be a really well done piece of glass, but it's also got an amethyst vibe. And I don't have a presidium, or I would test. It's got incredible prong set. And you see what I mean about like the enameling in there? This is a really high-end piece. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, Heidi, thank you. Thank you. Now, look at the back. See, now the back, it's got the swedge. And it pokes through. So it's how far? Yeah, 1950s with that swedge and the pin poking through and the simplistic clasp. But see how this is just silver tone. There is no enameling. I mean, and to me, the way they did the flowers on the front, I mean the metal, it looks like little irises or something. And this piece of the glass is again got that gold coating to give it that reflection. And honest to goodness, look at the purple piece. You can see through, but then there's all the different white striations everywhere. This thing is outstanding. There's nothing. It would make a beautiful pendant. There's nothing I don't like about this piece. And I feel very strongly that this is a D&E Juliana collaboration. Let me give you a measurement. I thought for sure someone would want this. Did you guys buy too much from me the other day? It is 2 inches long. This is an inch and a half wide. I really, really don't want to keep this, you guys. Please, I have so many brooches. And this is, and it's even kind of heavy. So think on it. Let me know. Woo! Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. It's beautiful. I know, Heidi, but Heidi, every single country shirt, as I call them, that I own, and I own many sweaters. This one doesn't currently have anything. Jackets have brooches, and I don't mean one brooch. I mean like, 3 brooches over here and 2 brooches over here on every single one. And then I have brooches galore in my jewelry boxes. So, I mean, there's a point at which I suppose I could take Gigi, I did, and Happy Ducky put it in. Happy Ducky, Gigi, Happy Ducky is my moderator. We just met last week. I mean, I've seen you around a few times, Happy Ducky, but I was having the most craziest day yesterday, and she's modding for me. So it's $28. Gigi, meet Happy Ducky. Happy Ducky, meet Gigi. Gigi is one of the most lovely people. She really is. She's just a sweetheart. She's just a sweetheart. I did. She is blue, isn't she? I made her a moderator, but I did. I did make her a moderator. What happened? I added as a moderator. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Wowee. You know what? Happy Ducky. Happy Ducky, put something in again now. Because, like I said, I have not done just YouTube in a long time. And boom. And I made you one. I already did this earlier. And I thought your name, the letter by your name meant that you were a moderator. But now I'm looking over there and I'm seeing, well, all these people are blue. And so I honestly thought I did it. I'm not familiar at just going live on YouTube anymore. So there you go. Okay, so if someone gets interested in this, we're going to pass for now. 28, and I'm not putting it in my huge bundle of things because I no. So how about if we end on a couple simplistic things? I 1, 2, they're going to be very 1, 2. I have some necklaces over there, but they can be for next time. And so I'm going to do 4 items, and then I'm closing. So if anyone is here and they want to go back, thank you. Oh, good, Gigi. Gigi, I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. I really hope I didn't hurt your feelings, Gigi. And whoever's hurting your feelings, I'm glad you're able to let it go because Gigi is a good person. Really good person. Gigi and I have talked on the phone during the time when I was caretaking for my father. And what a kind, wonderful person. Yeah. Okay, these are going to be a buy it now vintage foiled cufflinks for $15. And these are, I have a whole box of cufflinks that one day I'll just do a cufflink show. I suspect they're gold tone. They're foiled. I suspect they are. This kind of watermelon foil was very popular late 50s, early 60s. These are gorgeous. And the ring light is shining in it. I don't like that. So depending on the light, you've got just the oranges and golds, or you get the blues and the greens. It's a foil that they do. They're absolutely stunning. Here is the back. I have so many different cufflinks. Wow. And then you do like that, so they stay on. There's this one. I wish these were like rings or a brooch. I love watermelon glass. Oh, prayers, Gigi. If you need to talk, you can call me after 11 my time. But if you need to talk, you can call me. And here is the other one. So it just depends on the light. And they are like domed. I think the brooch has come back for men and women. The brooch is the number one accessory for men right now. And I think vintage cufflinks need to come back. I love these. So in there, about an inch. And the back color is black. And they sit up pretty high. And that's just some kind of acrylic. And then I love the bullet shape right there. That folds down. You know, you put them through and then you lock them like that. And then to take them off, you just click them down. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Rose. Rose. Sometimes you shock me. Rose. Oh, Gigi. Gigi. I will be praying too. Is it really serious? Gigi? Yeah. I remember men wore the tie clips and the cufflinks, matching sets, and I have tons in my cabinet back there. And I thought it was sexy. And women wore tie clips. Women wore the jabbets that I showed last Friday and a couple weeks before that. I think it's beautiful. So, Gigi, you can send me a private message too if you'd like. I'm worried. Okay, so this is going to start at Happy Ducky or down to my last 3 items. This is going to start. Okay, Gigi. I'll light a candle tonight, Gigi. That's a lot to deal with, honey. I will light a candle. And that is the most important thing. The rest is not important at all. If you're not feeling good, just let it go. If that part's bugging you, let it go. If it's not a safe space, don't go there. So this is going to start at $34, please. Happy Ducky. Gigi, you've got all my prayers, honey. What's your husband's first name, Gigi? Or first initial, whatever, you know. Let me know so I can properly pay attention. So this is this beautiful vintage like rope chain with jadeite glass and faux pearls with gold caps. I have doubled it. It is on Molly. It is very long. Based on the jadeite color and how Martha Stewart and everyone started bringing this color back in the 90s, I'm thinking this is 90s. I do not think it's like 1960s. There is the spring clasp. It does not have a tag. I do remember something about something like Ann Taylor or something like that, but I don't think that's it. Then there is no maker's tag, but these are glass jadeite beads and faux pearls. And then, so there's 4, and then there's the chain, and it just goes like that, keeps going and going. And it is flapper length. That's why I doubled it. It is flapper length. Starts here and it goes. I believe this is a little bit longer than 3 feet long. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the beaded sections. And it literally goes down to below my belly button, right below my belly button. So doubled is perfect. And you know what? You could triple this. I don't know why they put clasps on these things. Although, I mean, obviously, with a clasp, you could triple this. Whereas without a clasp, you probably couldn't. So you could wear it, forgive that. You could wear it like that and have it hang down right here. You could, with the clasp, if you had someone help you, because at my age I would need it, you could triple it and then have it stacked, layered, which is a big look this year. I think it's gorgeous. And I do not know the maker. I did see kind of similar items like this, and I do, but not this exact necklace. And I do believe, based on Martha Stewart, and her cooking, and then very quickly she got involved in like everything in the world out there, and she brought the jadeite color back. So that's why I'm thinking 90s. But I could be totally, totally wrong. And this could be like, a 1960s super long piece, but it is not from the flapper era. I love it. I don't think this does it the justice. I've had this piece about 4 months and I've been really surprised. It does have a clasp. Yes. I showed it. I'll show it again though. Thank you, Happy Ducky. I thought this would sell instantly. I've been very surprised by that. And I know Fridays are my higher end jewelry day. There's no maker's tag. That jump ring, I could needle nose plier that a little tighter. And I mean, if someone buys it, I will. I mean, that's fine. But I will close that a little tighter because that bugs me. I just think it's beautiful. I don't know. That's just what I think. Not everyone has to agree with me on taste, But I do. And I think it goes with like this green shirt I'm wearing. I think it's springtime colors. Oh, it's good March colors. I didn't even think about that. Oh, Gigi, sweetheart. And yeah, Gigi, if you could get someone to help you with the clasp, you could wrap it 3 times and then it would be like about like this, like a collar necklace. Or, you could one long and knot it. Gigi, how long is it, honey? It's like 3 feet long. It goes down to right below my belly button. We can go ahead and count it down for Gigi. Gigi. Yeah, it's long, 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 long. No, it definitely has a clasp so that you can, because otherwise it's so long. And if you want to triple it, right? And I will tighten it. Oh, Gigi, bless your heart, Gigi. I'm going to enclose some kind of gift for you based on everything you're going through. Thank you, Gigi. Look, Gigi, this will be really, really fun to wear. And you know, the way it's not at all, but the way the beads are, you could do like kind of a rosary count with it, right? It's not a rosary, but you could still just go down and like count your prayers off on the beads and then go down and count your prayers off. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not it's not a mala and it's not a rosary, but I still think you could do that with the beads. Yeah. Yep. That's fantastic. And I think that you know, I have a couple other teeny tiny little things, and I will just show this one thing. And if anyone's interested, like seriously interested, we'll deal with it. Otherwise, I'm going to close the sale. These are running bear pierced earrings. Running bear, the Native American. They are sterling silver, coral, and as Rose likes to say, bacon stone. They're some type of like a pink and white, probably agate or jasper. They are very large. They have his signature with a bear and the RB, a bear and RB inside the bear. And these are $85 because he's a Native American and his stuff sells for at $85. I could put these online for a couple hundred. Easy. He is super quality. So if anyone is interested, we could run it. But I just thought I'd show you and then close the sale. The box is just a box. It has nothing to do with the earrings. I mean, it says made in China or something. What does it say? Vendor, blah, blah. It's just a basic box. It has nothing to do with it. But since we started this, yeah, Gigi. I mean, it has the certificate of authenticity. Running bear is a big, big deal. Upside down. Hold on. So they're a bear paw. Sterling silver. RB, running bear. And yeah, they're a bear paw. Whoop, YouTube has me every which way but loose. Yes, good night, Rose. We're closing, honey. Thank you. I love these. They're big. They're probably an inch and a half. So I thought I'd show those. And I appreciate everyone being here. Gigi, honey, I wish you had come in earlier. Gigi, call me this weekend if you want. Okay, sweetheart? Please? If you need to, call me. And if you don't want to, that's okay as well. Thank you to everyone that came tonight. I appreciate it. Fridays can generally be a little bit slower in terms of sales for me, but it's my time to slow down and talk about my passion, which is vintage jewelry, especially costume and plastics. So thank you. Happy Ducky. Thank you. Thank you. Love you, everyone. Please have a wonderful, peaceful weekend. Be kind. It doesn't cost a dime.